Hello, and welcome to today's video, where we'll be exploring the fascinating topic of how the internet travels across oceans. The internet has become an integral part of our daily lives, and we often take for granted the ease with which we can access information, connect with others, and conduct business online. But have you ever stopped to think about how all of this information travels from one side of the world to the other? Well, in this video, we'll be exploring just that. Submarine cables. Believe it or not, the vast majority of international internet traffic travels through submarine cables. These cables are laid on the ocean floor, connecting continents and countries. They are made up of multiple fibers, each of which can transmit data at high speeds. Some of these cables can carry up to 160 terabits of data per second, making them incredibly efficient. There are two main types of submarine cables used for internet traffic: fiber optic and copper. Fiber optic cables are the newer and more advanced type, as they use light to transmit data instead of electricity. This allows for much higher data transmission rates and less signal degradation over distance. Copper cables are older and less efficient, but they can still be found in some places where fiber optic cables are not yet available. Laying these submarine cables is no easy feat. The process involves a specially equipped ship that carries the cable and a team of skilled workers. The ship lays the cable along the ocean floor, and the workers ensure that it is properly anchored and protected from potential hazards like fishing boats and undersea rock formations. As the signals travel across these cables, they can weaken due to the distance they must travel. To combat this, signal amplifiers are placed along the cables at regular intervals. These amplifiers boost the signals, allowing them to travel further and ensuring that they arrive at their destination intact. At either end of these submarine cables, there are landing stations. These are large facilities that connect the cables to the land-based internet infrastructure. The landing stations also contain equipment to ensure that the data is properly routed and that the connections remain stable. Because these cables are so important to international communication, there are often redundant cables laid between the same locations. This redundancy ensures that if one cable is damaged or experiences problems, the traffic can be rerouted through the backup cable. The length of these submarine cables can vary greatly, depending on the distance they need to cover. Some cables are just a few hundred miles long, while others can stretch for thousands of miles. For example, the Asia-America Gateway Cable, which connects Southeast Asia to the US, is over 12,000 miles long. Maintaining these submarine cables is a vital part of keeping international internet traffic flowing smoothly. Cable operators regularly check the cables for damage and perform repairs as needed. This can involve sending repair ships out to the location of a damaged cable and using specialized equipment to locate and repair the fault. Because these cables are so important to international communication, they are also a potential target for sabotage or espionage. To prevent unauthorized access or damage, these cables are heavily protected. They are often buried under the ocean floor, and their exact locations are kept confidential. The landing stations are also heavily secured and monitored to prevent any unauthorized access. So, there you have it, an overview of how the internet travels across oceans. It's a fascinating process that involves a lot of technology and expertise. Next time you're browsing the web or video chatting with someone on the other side of the world, take a moment to appreciate the incredible infrastructure that makes it all possible. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.